Hi guys, let's go ahead and check out this Thanksgiving price action for today. Uh, just like Thanksgiving, the market was lazy and was sitting in that turkey coma. So we're sitting on the 1 hour. Let's go down to that 15-minute here and take a look at some price action. So we are above the 200, which is a good thing. We're fighting with that 21 right now through the price action. If we went ahead and laid it out and looked at it, we're analyzing this move up that we kind of saw in the Wednesday, and we kind of had this pop. And yeah, Thursday really needed to break out of this area that you're kind of seeing it happen right now. We need to get through that area for this to be able to go anywhere. So you're sitting at around 91,000. I don't know, 850 or so is probably right in that range that you're looking for this to break out of. And if it didn't break out of that, then there's not a whole lot for you to do. You just kind of have to just wait. So you could have put alert on this area and went and enjoyed friends and family and food and just chilling out and relaxing. But obviously, if you got that notification, you could have went and looked at the charts and see, hey, we're getting this Thanksgiving breakout. Now, for breakdown, we need to get back underneath this 200. If you can't get above or below this 200, there's really no reason to even worry about it. Again, you could have put an alert on the 200 and had it notify you then as well. But other than that, there's not a whole lot going on for the day. And this is why we build the system when we talk about it, because it's going to hold you away from trading. If you really were just hanging out and wanted to chill because you had some time off, the best thing to do is actually just look at price action, teach yourself, learn, watch videos that we have been putting up on our channel. If you check out the Cabrota channel, you can learn a ton of ways to look at all these levels, all this data that you see currently on the chart that looks confusing. We have a ton of information on there to explain a lot of that, so you can check that out. This is the time to do that. If you feel like you never have time, this is the best time. You're off work, probably you can relax, all that kind of good stuff. And I could see us sitting in a pattern like this right now with that top area right up through here into that purple line. You could mark it and say, okay, well, this was the break of the 200, so I'm going to go down to that area, and then I'm going to run to this top. And you could say, hey, where's this going to go? And looks like we could possibly head back up into that 96 to 98,000 range if we got this breakout through here. I'm not holding my breath a whole lot, though, because we are in the holiday week. And really, when you start to zoom back out and look at this price action through here, it really hasn't done a whole lot. And also, I'll just point this out real quick, and then I'll let you go, just because it is the Black Friday and just hanging out, chilling, just like the charts are chilling. And let's take a look at the daily. So the daily broke its 221, which I was just talking about that on the 15 minutes. No different than on any time frame on the charts. When you get under these two moving averages, you're definitely bearish. So you can see the break that we had here. We came down, back tested it right here. So we lost this on the 3rd of November. It back tested around the 11th of November, and we've been down. So if you're looking at a bigger trade, this would have been something that you would have looked at. And this would have been roughly your stop through here, and then there's your trade, your solid trade. Now you could say when it gets back above this 21, I'm going to get out. If you hadn't got out already, if it breaks back above this, then the next level it needs to go to and get above is the 200. Then once we get back above the 200, then we can breathe a little bit. And I know a lot of people are calling a lot of weird stuff right now in the market. So you're seeing this as a bottom, maybe not. Let's just kind of take a look at it together real quick. Here on your weekly, here's that bottom right here. It doesn't look so clean now. Some people are saying, well, hey, we're sitting in this area where here's your bottom, here's your top, and now we didn't get all the way down here and close below it. Just be careful in that space and what people are talking about. That's all I'm going to point out a lot. So we are still, right now we're neutral on the weekly because we're above this 200. We're underneath this 21 though. I'm neutral. Same thing. I want to get back above this area. Reclaim some of these moving averages and show some strength here before we get too excited. The monthly is that way too. The monthly, right now, we're above the 200 and the 21. And the monthly, you're going to want to use more key levels anyways, but those moving averages are important. And that 21 is definitely an area that we want this to hold for us. And you can see how I'm marking out these areas on the chart because the monthly has some strength. So right here is a major area right there, right here, anywhere the market had made a shift. And the reason why I'm bringing these other areas up because this is a month. This was March, and then here's April. So that was a whole 60 days worth of data that was printed. So these levels are pretty solid in the charts. So if I had these laid out and I was looking for levels for retracement, if the monthly is truly going to be looked at here, we need to run a Fibonacci from here. Let's go ahead and take a look. If we started to run a Fibonacci retracement, so we have it right here is kind of that bottom. So this was the last drop in the market. Then we have this bottom here, and then we have this top up here. And it just depends on how you want to lay out the charts. You could go to bodies, candle bodies to candle bodies here, or wicks to wicks. You kind of decide. But precision isn't going to really make a difference. Usually I go wick to wick, so there you go. And you can see I already laid out these lines, and you can see how the Fibonacci level's already lining up. So we could get all the way down if we decided, hey, well, this Fibonacci level play out as well. You know, why not? Let's put it on there because it's a level that's mathematically done. And you can see it's already lining up with the key levels already. So the weekly or the monthly has respected this. So when you're looking for the pullback, you kind of look at the daily first. Well, the daily has gone bearish, right? So underneath the 200s, underneath the 21, it is finding these key levels that are marked on the monthly. So this could be this could be a bounce area. But for us to get a true bounce area, we need to also get above this, and which is this right now is actually resistance now from the monthly. And then you really, if you're just trying to make this simple, is there's your 200 like I was talking about. So really our daily was the hold, and it's gone bearish. So we need to go look at the monthly now and see where it's sitting. And on the monthly charts, as of right now, we're neutral. So, or not monthly, sorry, the weekly, we're neutral. So if the weekly starts to break down and starts to lose some of this key support, it may come down and bounce on this 200. And obviously we don't want to lose that 200 there, because then we're kind of really just sitting out here on this higher time frame for these levels. So that's just kind of what I'm pointing out to mark it up. You guys can easily do this. I made it pretty simple the way I marked these on the monthly, which gives me some pretty good clarity down in these lower time frames. Like I said, when you're in the daily, you can see this. So obviously, if we can't get above this, we break down off of this key level around 100,000. That to me is kind of the line in the sand, is right around that 100,000 level, and we'll roll over from there. But I won't go into too much on that for you guys, but just kind of pointing that out. Be careful this week. Like I said, it's just a slow, kind of relaxed week. Hanging out with friends and practicing, learning, watching videos, teaching yourself is a great way to spend during this time. But all right, guys, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next recap. Thanks, guys.